up, guys? Mika here, the Traveling Tarot, and you are listening to The Sound.
Come on, let go, baby. You know you wanna. Come on, let go. Don't you know it feels good? Come on, let go. You know you wanna. Come on, let go. Don't you know it feels good?
What's up, guys?
What's up? How you guys doing there, my beautiful souls? It is Mika, the Traveling Tarot, and I am back again with another episode of the Sound of Spirit podcast. The last two episodes were incredibly action-packed, and so today it's just going to be pretty relaxed. We're going to play a few songs. We're going to answer a few questions. And yeah, any of these messages, they are general, so make sure that you take anything that you hear as it resonates, but definitely if something does resonate, or if you hear an answer to a question that, you know, sparks something in you, definitely look deeper as to why that is happening. I have a couple more interviews that I'm filming next week, so we'll get back into the interview junket in a couple weeks. But right now you got me, you got tarot, you got music, and yeah, so I'm going to start actually by just pulling one mind info card. I haven't used these cards in a while, but Spirit inspired me to pull some for myself this morning, and so I decided I would pull one for you guys, or for anybody that finds this video or that listens to the podcast here, and so maybe something might resonate for you. So let's see what Spirit wants you to know before we jump into the live Q&A. And as always, I printed out some of the emails that I've received so that we can keep the momentum going until we get live questions. Oh, wow. Okay, so we have two cards jumping out. We have allow and connect, and they're kind of one and the same. I'm going to read what they actually say, and then at the bottom it does say reassess. So, looks like the overall intention for this podcast, or for really any of the questions, any underlying information that you might receive, is that it is time for you to connect and allow. And man, this really makes so much sense for me, because I can tell just by what's happening that I am about to go through probably, it's kind of like when I was going through my dark night of the soul many, many years ago, where you can sort of feel you're constantly in this shift, but you can sort of feel that there are some of these shifts that are really big shifts, these shifts that are going to be like trajectory altering shifts. And so I can tell right now that I'm at the tail end of one of those for myself, mainly because of how I'm responding to things, or how I'm seeing things, or things not really having the same impact on me or mattering as much as they used to. And so I'm excited. I'm welcoming all this, and I'm only saying this to let you guys know that that might be what you're feeling. If you're feeling some type of, you can't quite tell what it is, but you can feel that you're being pulled into something that's much more than you've even probably considered based on as far as you can perceive. Okay, so I'm going to start with connect, because of course you must connect in order to allow. It says, you're being asked to connect with others in meaningful ways. Sometimes it's helpful to get new perspectives and to simply be around other people. Man, oh man, that is the honest to goodness truth. You're in need of this right now, and deep connections will benefit you in many, many ways. And so they're definitely saying connect, yes, to spirit, your angels, guides, your intuition, but they're saying right now, use that connection to find the physical people in your world to connect with. And then allow. Allowing starts with just opening up and being willing to say yes. Saying yes to new experiences, saying yes to new people, saying yes to new things that could be, or like kind of pushing through this is where reassess would come in, those usual responses or reactions to things. It says you're being asked to open your energy field and take down your walls of protection in order to allow goodness into your life. Sometimes, without even realizing it, we block ourselves from the flow of life, and it is safe to open yourself back up. And that's why I say it is about allowing on a spiritual level, and it is energetic, but they're also saying on a physical level, it's time to open yourself back up. Start saying yes to new people and new experiences. And they're saying connect with us so that we can guide you to those. And when I see reassess, it really starts with maybe re-looking at some things that you've been doing, but it really feels more like discernment. You're assessing, okay, yeah, you may have always responded this way, or you may have always said no, or you may have never thought that you might be interested in this, but they're saying, you know what, take another look at it, at least try it, allow, and then, you'll find exactly what you've been asking for in this discernment period of yours, okay? So, yeah, I hope that does help somebody, whoever finds this, but right now the name of the game is going to be connecting to people, your guides, things that resonate with you, and saying yes by allowing, okay, and using that discernment of yours. So, yeah, I am going to go ahead and play the first song, and then, yeah, we'll jump into the Q&A. I'll go ahead and start with reading an email that I've received if we don't have any questions yet, okay? So, thanks again for watching. I'm Mika, the Travel Intro, and I will be right back. So get your questions ready, and make sure that you do offer an energy exchange to ask your questions. I'm only asking that you do a like, share, or subscribe. You can ask your questions in the chat, or you can leave your questions on the advice line anonymously, 619-800-4876. Again, it will be used anonymously on the show. However, just leave a way for me to get back to you so that I can definitely give you the answer that you're looking for. Okay, so I'll be right back. Oh, duh. And if you're interested in booking a reading, you can definitely do that. Everything is certainly in the description there. And now, we'll be right back. are listening to or watching the Sound of Spirit podcast. And so I just realized that for some damn reason, my audio doesn't want to be loud enough. So if you are having problems hearing me, once you jump on here, please let me know. And I will do my very, very best to fix any technical difficulties that I'm having live. Okay? So, yeah, we got connect, allow, and reassess. Those are going to be basically the overall energy of today's show. Finding connection, whether it's with your angels, spirits, or guides, and allowing the connection by saying yes to it. Okay? So it looks like we're still waiting for some questions to show up, but I am going to go ahead and jump into one of the emails that I received. Let me just pull it up here. And what I can do is pray that the sound is not completely fucked. When the song is done playing on, because I'm actually watching it live right now so that I can make sure there's no technical difficulties. Turns out you can't really make sure there's no technical difficulties, but whatever. Okay, so let's see. Do I want to go with... Let me just make sure it's loud enough again. I'm so frustrated with this. I know, it's really fun. Oh my God, there it goes. So I think I am loud enough now. Thank freaking goodness. Look, when you're doing a live show, anything can happen, okay? So let's see. Ooh, this seems like something that might actually resonate with some people here. Just double check that nobody's on there yet. Okay. So the email says, "Hi, Mika. There's someone I can't seem to fully move on from, even though we're no longer in each other's lives. I've done the work. I've set boundaries. I've focused on myself. Yet they still show up in my thoughts and dreams. I don't want to live in the past, but I also don't want to ignore something that might still need healing or closure. Is this attachment unfinished business or something deeper? Thank you for your insight. Haunted in Houston." Okay, Haunted in Houston. I totally get this, having gone through my own personal twin flame journey. And it can be really confusing because I kind of feel that same way, in that I'm not, I don't feel this attachment to him so much anymore. I still love him very much, but and he still shows up in my thoughts. So a lot of the times there's still some unfinished business, or energetically though. It doesn't necessarily have to mean that you have to go do something specifically with that person. It could be something within you that they spark that is still active, or some reason why you feel connected to them that is causing you to, or being triggered by something that you're currently going through in your life. So I'm going to pull a couple of these Cupid's arrow cards, and we're going to see what insight they can give us into what's going on in your situation here. What do you want Haunted in Houston to know about this connection? What do you want them to know about this connection? Thank you so much for your guidance. I'm truly grateful. Okay, this is interesting because we do have deception showing up, but this doesn't feel like this person has been doing some type of deceiving thing. It doesn't feel that way at all. It feels more like some type of illusion that you might still be that not buying into, but that might still be active for you. Okay, it says here even false illusions, scarcity mentality, falling into bad habits. You know what this really, really feels like the more that I think about this? Is it feels like maybe you haven't fully stepped into, or maybe you haven't started another relationship. Or, you know, maybe you haven't started another relationship yet. And so you're like maybe falling into like, oh, well, maybe I'm not good enough, or I'm not ready, or there's still something in you that's active that happened in this relationship. And so that's causing you to still, it's causing it to still show up into your life. But it does say here, with determination and perseverance, this is going to lead to some type of deep self-discovery. Okay. And I love that showing up with success at the bottom of the deck. Okay. It says it's your time to shine. For sure. And this is why I say you might be buying into some type of an illusion here because of this relationship still. And okay, it doesn't mean you're still, you know, hung up on this person, or you want to even be with this person again. But there is something in this relationship that is sparking something that's causing you to buy into some illusion, either about yourself, about relationships, or about some type of scarcity. Maybe there's not enough good partners, or maybe that you're not good enough, or you're not worthy enough in some way, Houston, okay? But they do want you to know that you have the strength to overcome this, okay? This is only showing up to get you to see something more clearly, okay? Because they're saying here, it's your time to shine. Pour your heart into something. Follow your heart and pour it into something. It doesn't even have to be another person right now if that doesn't resonate with you. But they do want you to find something that you love, and that is going to fulfill that scarcity, or shatter that illusion that you might be buying into right now, that's keeping you feeling, you know, like you might be living in the past, or that you might still need some type of healing or closure. A lot of the times the closure has nothing to do with the person. Most of the time the closure has nothing to do with the person. So let me pull a couple of these Light Seers cards, and let's get some clarification here. What do you want them to know about deception? Why is deception showing up? What do you want them to know about deception? Because like I said, it doesn't really feel like this was there's any deception going on right now. The deception, I think, is internal, and I think it's some type of an illusion. See, with the King of Cups showing up, it's some type of an illusion that's keeping you from being balanced, or rebalancing your emotions in matters of love, to be honest, because I'm not really sure. Your email doesn't indicate how the rest of your life is going. But when it comes to this relationship, there's still something very much active here. And it does say that there was some type of reciprocated love there. There was some type of love there during the time, okay? But it's causing some imbalance here with the King of Cups showing up. I didn't even look at this card. Who do we have him showing up with? This is what I'm saying. This is about, what does the devil represent? Let me bring it up for this. What does the devil represent? Illusions, deception, false, like scarcity mentality, bad habits, codependency, addiction, things like that. And so they're saying there's some type of an illusion. Maybe you thought this was only that this was the only person for you, and you're kind of like devastated because it turned out that's not that he or she is not there anymore. Okay, so now you're kind of like, I don't know what to do, almost like on your back like a turtle, like, damn, I thought that was it. And it's not. And so it's keeping you from fully stepping into or pouring your heart into something else. Okay, but they are saying this, when you do that, it will shatter this illusion, bring in rebalance, and you have the and it'll lead to some type of self-discovery, but you do, through determination and perseverance, you can overcome this devil energy. There's just some type of an illusion that's still active in you right now, and it came from or stems from either how this relationship ended. There you go. The Two of Cups. That's the success right there, but they are saying that you need, and it also does represent that balance that I'm talking about too. In fact, these are both cup cards, so it's all about rebalancing the emotions, and then that brings in that stable partner. But you will need to, it's kind of a beautiful thing, because the Two of Cups can be about another person and it can be about yourself at the same time, okay? And so what they're saying here is through this self-discovery, it will lead you to the person that you will be moving on to. But this active illusion that you're getting, or some type of deception that you're falling into right now, is keeping you from even fully embracing who you're becoming, because again, there's still some that didn't work out, or this used to, I thought for sure this was going to be it. But we have it showing up with another king, the king of clarity, the king of truth, the king of swords. This is why I say, with these three cards showing up, with the King of Cups, the Two of Cups, and the King of Swords showing up, they are saying that as soon as you face this truth, here's the King of Swords, you can't really see him. Soon as you face this truth, when I pick it up, we have the Tower. Something unexpected is going to come in to help you face it if you decide that it's something that you may not be able to do, or you still stay in confusion about it, because the universe is about expansion. So the universe is going to either bring in a Tower moment so that you can see yourself clearly as the success and as the beautiful person that you are, or you'll just decide, you know what, no more. I refuse to live in confusion anymore, and I refuse to live in doubt. And then you reconnect with yourself, and then that's when those balanced partnerships comes in. That's why I say it's a very physical and spiritual thing that's happening at the same time, but it definitely starts with your determination and your perseverance. Okay? So I'm sending you so much love there, Haunted in Houston. I know how it can be, again, having met my twin flame, I know how it can be to feel connected to somebody and not have any explanation why. Because I literally woke up one day and I was in love with my twin flame, and that was it. So it does happen. Okay? So I hope that did help. If there is anything that I can do to help you, please do. Feel free to book a reading if you want something more in depth, or if you want something that might actually help you get a little bit clear on how to move forward. But yeah, let me go ahead and take a look and see if there's any. We're going to move on to the next question here. Hey, Culture, what is up? Oh, this is so perfect. And this is a great question. Culture jumps in to say, hi, everyone. The question, is there a way to find the time and energy to start a side hustle without sacrificing my productivity at my main job? Managing time and energy has been really, really hard. Okay, let's see what they say. Let's see what they say for you here. I'm not using these cards, but I will say happiness did jump out. So that's a really, really good sign. But it did jump out with acceptance. So they do want you to, stay in this state of openness, okay? Because, let's see, what do you want? Yeah, okay, I mean, Culture, do you have anything in mind that you might actually want to? You know what, I'm going to grab one of these too. That you might actually want to get into, because you could find something that you love, and this is not channeled, but you could find something that you love and that doesn't kind of drain you, like say you like writing or something like that, and just sort of start taking the small steps towards it. or looking for things like writing jobs or little small things that you can do. But let's see what the angels say here. What do you want culture to know about her question? Whoa. Okay, we have peaceful resolution and we have no. However, this is not a hard no. Okay, so do not fret, because at the bottom of the deck it says yes. And that's what I was going to say. Do not fret because we saw no. This is a soft no. There's no exclamation point, which is letting you know that this is a not right now. See, and that's the thing right now, and that's the reason why I think no is showing up for you, culture, because it's saying you thought about freelance journalism, but there's no way that you can do it without quitting. First, from a personal point of view, as a person who's been doing this and who did say, oh, I can just go do this, you will not be able to be fully comfortable unless you have some type of stability. So if you're able to do that. But if you're not, then you want to start taking small steps. But with this note showing up here, it's showing me, especially if you're already feeling like you're having a tough time managing your time and energy, that now is not the time to try to find something else to do. Now would be more the time for you, with peaceful resolution showing up, for you to resolve some of the things that might be zapping your time and energy. For instance, draining friends, family, whatever. I mean, anything in life can certainly drain you. And so if there are some things right now that might be taking your energy, I would say they're saying find a way to release yourself from those, or ask for help in terms of releasing yourself. Then this not right now, no, will be able to turn to a yes. And as a matter of fact, thank you for saying that. They're like, as soon as you start to declutter and decide what is no longer going to take your energy, then those resolutions will start to show up, or the things that you can do for extra money. And they're even saying, really look into the stuff you enjoy doing. That way it doesn't feel like it's zapping your energy, and you can just take small steps to doing that. But really your work right now is not really to try to find a side hustle. It's to try to make space for the things that are coming in for you. Because if you're already talking about being a little bit overwhelmed and managing, adding something else to it is going to be like you're drowning and somebody hands you a baby. Okay, you're just going to be like, oh my God, what am I going to do with my life? You don't want to do that. The time right now is to ease some of the pressure and allow the side hustles or the money or the inspiration to come in. Well, you know, if you're finding out that your job is taking your energy, that's a rough one, because you feel that you're kind of stuck in this crux of, I need this job, I need this money, but I don't want to sell my soul for it every single day. That might not be a bad, because that was what you were inspired to say. So maybe, again, do not go and flip the job. Fuck this shit. Don't do that unless you have a cushion, because it's going to become more stressful. But maybe slowly start putting your resume out there for something that's not as draining. But really just start making a list of what might be draining your energy and decide how worth it is, because you matter. Your energy matters. How you feel about you matters. It translates into your life, and pretty quickly. So I'm going to pull you one of these cards based on what you said about maybe finding another job, and see what they say about that, and then I'll pull you a quick tarot card. What do you want culture to know in terms of maybe looking for another job or something? Ooh. Okay, that's really funny because it flew somewhere. I'd be interested to see what that was, but the bottom of the deck, it says treasure. It says worry-free finances, money in reserve, excess. Ooh, I love that so much. You know what? Yeah, well, you know what? Honestly, I'm just saying you want to, because you can get so frustrated that you're just like, oh, I just know, I'm just going to trust and have faith. I'm just going to go quit. And then you find out it doesn't move as fast as you think it will. And then you find yourself in more stress. But it does say right here, I don't know where that other card went. Maybe it went under there. I don't know. But this at the bottom of the deck says treasure, hidden talent. Remember what I said about you just sort of taking some steps and saying, okay, I love to paint. I love to make music. I love to whatever. Start taking small steps into just kind of relieving yourself, using it as a relief, and then using that discernment to decide, hey, I can't do this anymore. Oh, I can't have this conversation with this person. Oh, shit, every time this person calls, I feel like crap after we talk. Cut that stuff out and make space, and the other stuff will fly in. You'll just be like, oh my God, which one can I pick? Because they're saying right here with treasure that a hidden talent is going to be revealed to you for sure. And it does say planning here. And so that was what I was saying about not just burning the whole shit down just yet. Okay. So I love that. In fact, I'm going to keep treasure, and I'll be interested after the show to find out what card that was. I might drop it in the comments just so that you'll know what card it was that flew, because you don't want my butt in this camera while I'm trying to find that damn card. That's so funny. Look at that. We have the King of Swords showing up in this deck as well. This is about this is definitely about that truth, that new truth of yours. I feel like they're saying if you just lighten the load, it'll flow in faster than you can even imagine. What else do you want culture to know? I love when they do that. You saw me shuffle. I'm telling you, they want you to use that. Okay, so it's about that discernment, of course, because these guys don't play when it comes to confusion. They don't play when it comes to what's draining their energy. They don't put up with it. And so use that sword, decide what you need to cut out. This no, which is just a not right now, will turn into this yes. And you won't even have to really do anything, because it says here a hidden talent is going to be revealed for you, which you can't see, but it says here with the treasure card. And when I pick that up, we have what? Award. I love that so much. Yeah, it says payoff for your effort. I feel like, I really pick up that you're a really good person there, culture. And I know you're a Cancer, so I can only imagine what you're going through, some of the stuff I'm going through right now, too. And so right now, it is so important to decide what you're going to put up with and what you're not going to put up with anymore. Because look at that. We have the Eight of Pentacles coming up, and it did say payoff for your effort. I feel like you're getting ready to see some type of major payoff or win in that direction, and your only work is to maintain as clear as possible by saying yes to this and no to this. And they're even saying that's why yes and no showed up, is so that you can decide yes to this or no to this. Also, when I picked that up, it did say within the next few months. So spend the next couple of months, the next 30 days at the very least, discerning, yesing and knowing shit. And then saying, nope, or, yep, I want more of that. Ooh, hell no. And then run away. And then as you do that, though, it's going to be a lot easier. Things are going to be more revealed to you because you're going to have space. Now, the mental capacity will return, and it'll come right in. But just be very gentle with yourself during this time, because sometimes using that discernment can be frustrating and also a little bit hard depending on what habits that you've that you've attained over the, over living life. So I definitely hope that helped you. But it looks like I said, Culture, your only work right now is going to definitely be to make peace with whatever's going on, let go of the shit that is taking too much from you, and use your yes no senses. And use your yes no senses, not what they think I should do, yes no senses, what they think, yes no senses, what my parents, what my brother, sister, mama, brother, husband, wife, whatever. Use your yes or no. Do I want this? Yes. Do I like this? No. And that's literally it. Well, you know what? This entire life is a journey, and I am here with you every single step of the way, whatever that we can do. Because like I always tell you, I am not talking at you. I am on this journey with you. That's how I can speak so clearly on some of this stuff, is like I've questioned, I've asked ad nauseum, and I've studied, and I've received finally the clarity. And that's the only reason why I'm able to and want to share it with you guys. But yeah, I love you, Culture. I'm so thankful that you show up, and I appreciate you every single time. I do hope that did help you. I'm going to go ahead and move on to another email, and then we'll jump into the song if there's no more questions yet. Okay, we have... Okay, Torn in Tennessee. I can feel you on this one. Okay, so Torn in Tennessee, the subject is feeling pulled in two directions. It says, hi, I've been feeling really conflicted lately. On one hand, I'm grateful for the life I've built. My work is stable. My relationship looks good on paper. I don't know, the energy of good on paper. Let's see the rest of the email. But on the other hand, I feel this quiet restlessness I can't shake. It's like part of me wants something more meaningful, more aligned, but I don't know if I'm being ungrateful or if my intuition is trying to tell me something. I don't want to blow up my life, but I also don't want to ignore this feeling forever. What is this pull really about, and what should I be focusing on right now? Thank you, Torn in Tennessee. Oh man, you know what, Torn in Tennessee? It is because we are in this incredible state, and all of us, like I said, especially Cancers, because I'm a Cancer, I can speak to that, but all of us, we are all in this major expansive transition. And just like I told Culture, we're in this yes-no energy where we need to say no to the things we want to say no to, and we need to say yes to the things we want to say yes to. And so you are being pulled. On the surface, yes. Again, you're not being pulled to leave your partner. You're not even being pulled to quit your job, but you are being pulled to expand. You will always be pulled to expand. And the card that I'm seeing right now, which I would not be surprised, they want me to use these, is the Judgment card. We are never, ever going to stop being called to more. Spirit is all about expansion. In fact, Spirit is expanding and understanding itself through us. And so we're never going to stay in one place. There isn't anything in this world that's just not moving, ever. And so, to the smallest molecule. And so they're just saying, yeah, we are calling you to more. Now it's up to you to use that discernment, which Judgment again shows up into my head, that deciding what that is. Okay, and at the beginning of this, we got allow and connect. Okay, and so maybe what you might want to do is start to, God damn it, get in there. Maybe what you might want to do is start to look at things, go out and try different things. All right, fine, card, you don't want to cooperate? Golly. But you know what? I'm gonna pull some soul trees, and then we're gonna see what information they want to give Tennessee about this conflict. And honestly, I will say, what they're giving me very clearly is when you say conflict, your only conflict is because you know what to do, but you also have these obligations. You have this life. You don't want to feel ungrateful. You're conflicted because you feel maybe bad about wanting more. And they want you to know that you're going to always want more. That's the point. That's how spirit is understanding what would happen if they chose this instead of this. That's why we have the free will. Okay, and we're here to discern. Drop it down. Oops. Let me drop it down here. Okay. So let's see what Spirit wants Tennessee to know in regards to this pull. Okay, it says, what is this pull really about, and what should I be focusing on right now? The main thing they're saying right now is being more playful and more joyful and really moving to those things that are calling you instead of going through the obligation. I mean, look, the words that you're using, my work is stable and my relationship looks good on paper, feels like you already know and that you're resisting the call or acting like you're not really sure because, or confused about it because you don't know how it'll come about. Oh, I love that. As soon as I stop, I got ease. But let's see what they want you to know about this. What do you want Torn in Tennessee to know about this expansion stage right now? And what should they be focusing on? Oh. Oh, I love this. Okay, and it's so perfect because this is going to bring it in right here. We have reflection showing up and we have awareness. Yeah, right now they just want you to be in a state of reflection. It sounds like you've accomplished quite a bit. It sounds like that you're in a place of and then we have go within at the bottom of the deck. That makes perfect sense. But it sounds like you're in a place of appreciation and wanting more does not mean that you're ungrateful. It means that you're a natural human being and that you are of spirit because spirit wants more. Spirit is all knowing, so spirit is saying, hey, how can I expand beyond myself? I'm going to break myself up into little pieces called Mika and called Jeff and called Tom and called Culture and called Heba and all of the friends. And I'm going to give them the free will to decide if they want to go left or right. And even though I'm spirit and all knowing, I'll have them think that they're guiding this ship. And to some degree you are. Obviously there's a plan. But I'll give them this discernment so that I can see what it's like if they decide to go right, what happens, and how can I expand if they just decide to go left. And this would be why God doesn't really step in when you see all of these terrible things happening. The truth is it's all God. It's all God. And God is all of it, the good and the bad. And for that reason, God is not going to judge any of it. All it's trying to do is understand. It's not blessing us and it's not punishing us. It's responding to us. And also going along with its divine plan. But in a weird way, it's this divine dichotomy where it's all true. All of it. And it's all true because we are living our perspective of life and our perception of life. Okay? So they just want you to spend some time in reflection. This feels like a world card is what I'm seeing. So, bask in the accomplishments. Appreciate what has shown up. Appreciate what has even gone before. But when you do that, do this reflection with some awareness. Okay? And then go within and see what you receive and what steps to take, because the short answer to your question is yes, you're being called to more. But no, it isn't because you're super unfulfilled. It's because you're expanding outside of who you've been thus far. Okay? And let's go ahead and pull some more cards here to see what else they want you to know in regards to your question about what you should be focusing on right now. Yeah, they're saying for sure too is as you do this reflection, be hyper aware of, not obsessive, okay, but be aware of how you felt during these times, how you're feeling now, what feelings arise as you are looking back on these things, because that's going to be a huge tell. And listen to your body. That's going to be a huge tell as to what should stay and what should go, or what should still be there, or how you felt about whatever it is you're reflecting on. Okay, we have the tower showing. I love that so much. And this tower does not... Okay, two things. Never, ever be afraid of the tower. Okay, it looks like a scary card. All it means is something unexpected. And yes, it will cause upheaval. This card fell out on awareness, because as soon as you become aware, you get clarity, you get revelations, you get a breakthrough, things change. And so that's the upheaval. It is not that something is about to come and burn your world down. It is, you're about to receive some type of clarity as you sit in this reflection that's gonna give you the revelation that you need, or help you understand which direction to go in, okay? And it shows up here with the Nine of Wands. And again, while the Nine of Wands is all about, being a little tired, being a little worn out, it also represents continuing to go. Keep going, because you're almost there. You're at some type of fulfillment with the 9 card. 9s typically represent fulfillment, and that's right before completion, which is a 10. Which goes right back into a 1, which is the new beginning after the completion, okay? So let's see what happens after this reflection, after you receive this clarity, because it feels like, again, it might cause some type of upheaval, and I don't necessarily mean that your whole life is going to up and change, but it will cause some type of upheaval, because you're going to be moving differently once you become aware, and this clarity is going to hit you like a revelation, or maybe just one morning you're going to wake up and say, oh, I know what to do. That happens all the time, as a matter of fact, to me. So your only work right now, ooh, I love that too, because once you get this, you're going to start making some type of plan, or you're going to start receiving the plan on what to do. And because you have achieved, certain things in life, you may feel like, what more do I need? But it's not about needing anything. It's okay to want. It's okay for you to say, okay, I bask in this. I succeeded at this. Now I choose to be something else. That's all they're saying right here to do. Again, I love that, showing up with the 9 of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. And this comes from going within. The 9 of Pentacles is showing you self-sufficiency. Hold on, I'm trying to make it so you can see. The 9 of Pentacles is showing self-sufficiency. It's showing comfort. They're saying here that you already have received, or you have already achieved some level of self-sufficient comfort. You even said that in your email. But some clarity is about to come in as you sit in reflection. Something is gonna become crystal clear to you. Awareness, okay? You're gonna feel the need to go within, or it's gonna happen as you're going within, and it's gonna hit you like lightning. Nothing bad, nothing to be afraid of, but it's gonna hit you almost like Final Destination. You woke up. Oh my God, I know exactly what to do type shit, okay? And it's going to bring in even more stability and self-sufficiency and more confidence, okay? And it might even give you you'll start receiving the plan, but it'll also give you the confidence to start to make a plan. Again, it's not about burning your whole life down, because the tower is not coming in to say that we're about to come in and level everything, your relationship, your house, your job, everything. No, it's just saying you're going to receive you're going to become aware of something, and it's going to be so crystal clear that you're going to know exactly what to do. Okay, there's no need to feel super torn. Tennessee, right now your only work, to answer your question on what you should be focusing on, is staying in a state of reflection, honest reflection, staying open and becoming aware and trusting what you're receiving, because that's when that breakthrough, you're going to become crystal clear aware of something, and it's going to change the game for you. Okay? So I hope that did help, and I hope that did resonate with you. Again, if you're interested in booking a reading, everything is going to definitely be in the description. Feel free to drop me a line, DM me here, or join us every Sunday at 2 Pacific Standard Time on YouTube, okay? Let's see if we have any other questions before we go to break. And then, yeah. Oh, Tani, happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday to ya. Okay, let's see. Okay, cool. Okay, so Tani says, hey, beautiful, I hope you're well. It's my birthday today, and I would love a spirit reading. Absolutely. Oh, happy birthday, sweetie. I hope everything is going well with you. Okay, let's see. Okay, I'm going to use these Cosmic Dreamscape cards. And I might even give you an angel number here. All right, let's see what. And did you have anything specific that you wanted to know, or just kind of what might be coming in or where you're at? Because I could do an area focus challenge and advice reading for you if you'd like on something specific. Okay, what do you want? Let's get an overarching energy here with the Cosmic Dreamscape cards. What do you want Tani to know? Okay, we have proceed with caution. But it does show up with fight the good fight. Oh, fight the good fight. Fight the good fight. Okay, and it feels like fight the good fight of faith. So there might be something that you might be standing on the crux of right now. Maybe even a direction. I know that you had some stuff going on there, but from what I'm feeling here with Palace, it's definitely telling you to continue to fight the good fight of faith, okay? And this shadow period that's showing up that's telling you to proceed with caution is not something to be afraid of. This ties right back into what we just saw with Tennessee about becoming aware of what's going on. Feel into what somebody is saying. Yeah, that's what I was thinking about your court case, and that's why I was saying, that's why I felt like fight the good fight. Oh, dude, that's so cool. That's so cool, because I was actually feeling that fight the good fight is about you staying faithful and you staying grounded. You have it coming up in a couple days. Do not be afraid, okay, with this proceed with caution. Be aware. Go there, hyper acute. Listen to what everybody's saying. Look at the cues. Pick up the energetic cues. You know what I mean? Let's see what else they want. I'm going to send you off with an angel number. Let's see what else they want you to know. Because fighting the good fight feels like definitely staying. I love that. They inspired me to pick this up because it says times are changing. That's exactly why. So stay faithful. I would not be surprised if we saw the Hierophant showing up here. Yes. Oh, yes, definitely. And so right now, it looks like you're going to be going back in there now because she said you got the answer right last time when I asked if I would win my appeal. Do you remember what I said last time is stay in that end of you've already won. Yeah, this is so perfect. So stay in that end. That's exactly what they're saying right now. Just stay faithful, stay believing, okay? And just become aware because that's all the shadow period is for it comes up so that you can see it and embrace it, okay? And then like I said, as soon as I picked that up, we had times are changing. That's why they want you to stay faithful. Do not let anything that you see or hear, they're even saying, keep you from believing what you know is true. Okay? If all things, if all you have to do is stay faithful, and they're confirming this right now with Fight the Good Fight, your only work is to believe it, is to continue to believe it no matter how it looks. I always love to tell that Neville Goddard story where he got drafted and he was of a certain age and they said, you can't get out. And he was just like, all right, whatever, I'll just keep doing it. And then he had a dream and like 9 days later he was out of the service on an honorable discharge. So it doesn't matter how it looks. We have the Page of Pentacles showing up there, okay? That we have something new coming in and some type of new information, actually. Something physical that's going to be coming in to change the game here. But we do still have the devil showing up, so there is something that you're going to want to be aware of here that's going on. I'm not trying to frighten you in any way or make you, defensive in any way, but just become aware of whatever it is, because there could be someone pulling strings here or trying to pull the strings, so you just want to make sure that you're on your P's and Q's. Oh, that's so exciting. I love that. I hope you had so much fun celebrating your birthday. I know you said you were in Australia or something, so I'm not sure if it's next week there or something or however it works, but I hope that you partied your ass off and did your birthday right. But yeah, we have the Page of Pentacles showing up, so there is going to be some new information coming in for you and something tangible. Now, I don't know how far along things are going with your case, but after your court case, something tangible is going to shift where you're going to feel like you've been heard or that you've gotten a response instead of you just kind of having to remain in this stay faithful. It's going to be a tangible result, okay? But like I said, just be aware of it because we did have the shadow card show up and we had the devil show up. So that just could mean that you want to keep an eye on people's intentions. That's all, okay? And again, not to frighten you, just to keep you acutely aware of what's going on around you. Okay, we have another earth energy showing up. This is a very slow moving energy. So what does come in, it may not be this big boisterous thing, but it is going to be, yeah, you have in Australia, it's 10 a.m. on Monday. That's so crazy. That blows me away. I love it so much. Yeah, you know what? And what they are saying is we got the Knight of Pentacles showing up. He's a moving knight. So don't be discouraged if after that it's not this kick in the door, I'm taking my son home, fuck you to the dad, whatever the situation is. Just know that it is going to be tangible enough for you to feel like, okay, I'm making progress. Oh, I love horses. But yeah, they want you to know that, especially in this one, you are making progress. Okay, so this new thing or this like small thing that's going to be coming in after your court case is progress. It is going to be something very real for you to feel like you're making progress, but don't be disappointed if it's not I've kicked in the door just yet, okay? Because these things... Oh, okay, there you go. This could even work out better than you ever imagined, to be honest, because they are saying, especially if it does have to be, if it's about workers' compensation, because I was going to say this is about money. With the pentacles showing up, this is about something. So that might be very well what this is about, actually, because this could be some new form or new tangible thing that's coming in. It might come in very, very slowly, but this is to let you know that you are making progress in that direction, okay? For sure. So let me see what the advice would be from Spirit here. What else do you want Tani to know? Ooh, I love that. I love that. We have the Four of Pentacles and the Emperor showing up, and they're both 4 cards, okay? That's about stability. We have more Pentacles showing up. I would say you might be about to get some dollars, whatever that is, because we have so many Pentacles showing up in here, it's not even funny. And we have it showing up with the Emperor, who is the King of Kings. He's all about stability. Let me move these back a little so you can see them. Yeah, that's what they're saying. And you know what? Now that you said that about your workers' comp situation and your boss, not only does that fight the good fight means faith, but that means not putting up with that shit. It's unacceptable. Yes, I'm sending you all the good vibes, because if somebody is disrespecting you, and I don't care if it's your boss, your mom, your dad, your whoever, no, we don't do that here. It's unacceptable. I'm a human being, and I do not disrespect you. You do not disrespect me, and that could very well be what this fight the good fight is all about. But with all of these pentacles showing up, it looks like it's going to go pretty well for you here after Thursday. And you don't have to tell us your business, but if it does go well with you, just in the comments of this video, just do like a rah or like a woo or the raised hands or something cool. And I'll be like, yes, Tani won. But the Emperor is a good sign, actually, too, because this is solid. They want you to know he's coming in as a 4. He's confirming that just hold on to, this is what the 4 of Pentacles is showing here. Hold on to what you know and fight this good fight. Do not put up with being disrespected, and you deserve. But again, that's why that proceed with caution showed up. Be careful about, like I said, be aware. Don't sign anything unless you're sure, because you just don't know what people's intentions are. Oh, that would be so cool. Yeah, no, never that. Nobody deserves to be put down, period, especially at work, of all places. Unacceptable. But it looks like, this looks like this is going to turn out way better than you thought, to be honest. So they want you, especially with this 4 of Pentacles in this deck, she's sort of like holding on to what she got from this rubble. So hold on to what you know. Okay, hold on to what you know. Continue to fight that good fight, because times, they are a-changing. For sure. Okay, and that's confirmed with the Emperor. The Emperor is definitely telling you that this is solid. This is firm, and you're about to regain control of this situation here. And it could very well happen in the 2 days at your court case here, because lots of Pentacles means money. Perfect. Yes, seriously, do not sign one thing, because that's the only like kind of tingles of weirdness that I get, is that we did have proceed with caution showing up, and we did have it show up with the Devil earlier. So just be aware of people's intentions, for sure. Just make sure you're with people that you trust and that you're listening as well. Don't just be told what these people are saying to you. Be aware. Oh, that's so exciting. I'm so glad that I could do that for you. Oh, I didn't even see this. The Empress showed up at the bottom of the deck. Girl, please. This is about you. I feel like, because what is the Empress? The Empress is abundance. Wow. Okay. All right. I'm coming to Australia, and we're going to turn up when I get out there. Okay. We're going to celebrate you winning your case, for sure. Maybe even take your son out and hang out. That would be really cool. But yeah, it looks like things are looking really, really great, Tani. Honestly, with the Empress, I didn't even see the Empress showing up at the bottom of the deck. Also, divine counterparts with the Emperor and the Empress. This is a solid thing, and you're right here. You are right here. Whatever the situation happened, you're right here, and you should be compensated for that, for sure, based on what these cards are saying. Yeah. Thank you so much. I really, really appreciate you for asking your question. I appreciate you guys, especially, being all over the world, chiming in at random times, but it's just so cool. Thank you again, and good luck, and please do tell us how it turns out. Like I said, it looks like you might win this one here, and you might be hearing about it sooner than you think. And it may, feel like it's slow going, but they do want you to know that it is moving, okay? For sure. Thank you for watching, and I do love you guys. I'm going to go ahead and jump to a quick break, and then we'll come back for the second Q&A, okay? Thanks again for watching.
One like and subscribe today will give this sad, infamous puppy a big old smile. He'll go from this to this. You see this? That graph that I'm putting up? That graph is how infamous puppy could be. That could be us. Subscribe today.
I got a bottle of Patron and some lights off, 2 red devil looking eyeballs, and I finna turn up when the night falls. If you hear a siren, then it's my fault. Jump in my whip, baby, let's ride. We ain't gonna stop at a red light, and I'ma take shots like a Tech 9. It's gonna get live. Here we go, it's about to go down. Let me know, I'ma buy another round. Get low, drop it down to the ground. Oh yeah, wow, shorty making bounce. Mama see the foot cuffs on my cardiac. Took my breath away like a heart attack. And I'ma spend every dime and my money back. Everybody wanna know. If you're ready, let me know. Let's go. If you're ready, let me know. Let me know. Let me know. If you're ready, let me know. Here we go. Let's go. I got a bottle of Grey Goose and ice cubes. Have a drink that'll put me in the right mood. 80 proof's gonna lower my IQ, and I've been the same way since high school. I look shorty right in her brown eyes. She about to take a trip to Cloud 9. I'm the man, baby, I get the crowd hype. I turn the cadence of a hook into a soundbite. Here we go, it's about to go down. Let me know, I'ma buy another round. Get low, drop it down to the ground. Oh yeah, wow, shorty making bounce. Mama see the foot cuffs on my cardiac. Took my breath away like a heart attack. And I'ma spend every dime and my money back. Everybody wanna know. Let's go. If you're ready, let me know. Let me know. Let me know. If you're ready, let me know. Here we go. Let's go.
Hello. Hey, Heba, are you there still? I just saw that you hopped on. If you are, jump in, ask your question. I'm doing very, very well. Life is very, very good, and I would love to hear about what's going on with you. I know last time we talked, you were kind of in this mid place of should I stay or should I go, and I would love to see how this week turned out for you. So jump back on if you're still here. In the meantime, I'm going to go ahead and jump into another email. Okay. Am I being called to change paths? Hi there. Lately, I've been questioning my career and purpose more than ever. What once felt aligned now feels draining. And I catch myself daydreaming about doing something completely different. Something more creative and heart-centered. The problem is fear. Fear of instability, fear of judgment, fear of making the wrong move. I don't know if this is just a phase or a real calling I'm meant to listen to. What does Spirit say about this crossroads? Okay, let's see. I'm going to use the Pulp Tarot. And you know what? Let's go ahead and try these career and finance cards again to see. When I did pick it up, though, we do have life purpose and we have Buddha showing up. So that is a good sign. But it's just also confirming what you just said. Because this card can represent you looking for something that's fulfilling on more levels than just money, because it does say more than money. It says spiritual wealth. It says divine path. So it really, really confirms all of those things that you're asking about right now. And the main reason why, and I want to be very clear about this, because this is true for everybody, whether they are aware of it or not, we're being called to more. We are being called to more, and we're being called to more fulfilling paths. And that's why more than money would show up in regards to what you're asking here. So I will say, if you are feeling, well, look, you nailed it already, what the real issue is, because you know that the answer is not that you shouldn't move, it's that you're afraid to move, okay? You literally said that yourself. You're afraid of being unstable, and they don't want you to, you don't have to upend your life to change paths, but you can start. I think, like I told Culture, and there was one other person I think had a question about their career earlier as well, or just their path. You can start looking at different avenues before you burn the whole thing down. You don't even have to burn the whole thing down. You just start kind of taking small steps. And then what will happen is as you start to see other opportunities, or see different perspectives, or see different points of view, like, wow, there is more. Oh, look, I could do this. Then you'll start freeing up that energy so that other things like it can match it, okay? But the first card that we did have jump out, hold on. The first card that we did have jump out, oh, hey, Heba, give me 1 second, let me answer this one and I'll jump right into your question, okay? Is Anchor. Now, typically alone, and we'll see what else it shows up with, the anchor will mean money blocks. It can mean feeling stuck, which is the exact energy of your of your email. And I only laugh because tarot is so incredibly accurate that it blows me away still, and I've been doing this for years. But literally the energy of your email was, we get the anchor in response to that, okay? And it says you're feeling stable for now, but your fear is of wanting to move and not moving is causing you to feel stuck. And even though you might not be having money blocks, it is causing some type of block or instability. And again, not physical instability, but energetic instability, okay? It does show up, though, with the candle. It says ambition, take action, manifesting money, management, high rank, visibility. So it is, and it does say hustle. So again, right now, I would not say, again, don't burn down the house, but start channeling your curiosity into things that are fulfilling. Okay, you don't have to go and speak to be spiritually grounded or a spiritual healer. You just have to speak from your spirit. And that's really the only real requirement. So they're saying stay right now where you're at, because you're stable for now, but you're not stuck. Okay? They want you to know that stability is important right now, but you're not stuck. Okay? You're only stuck because of the fear of moving. And that illusion can keep you stuck. It can physically keep you stuck. So that's why they're saying here, start being more visible, start looking into things that speak to your soul, and sort of let the universe fill in the blanks there as to the how. I mean, it's kind of like the same story. The only reason why you're afraid to move is because you don't know how it'll look on the other side. And that's what fear does. Fear will keep you stuck. Fear will keep you from taking that leap. And so it's like you have to decide, you have to wait until the pain of not doing it is bigger if you don't take those steps, okay? So let me go ahead and pull, because we do have, again, you're stable right now, but you are feeling a bit stuck because you're afraid to make any moves. But they are saying start being more visible, start looking into things also that speak to you, that are going to get you there. And then when I pick this up, we have the Four of Wands, okay? Four of Wands is all about community, celebrating, coming together, things coming together. Tell me more about this being stuck for Seattle. Was it Seattle? I hope it was Seattle. Sorry if it wasn't Seattle. My bad. Oh, yeah. Okay. Searching in Seattle. Yes. Okay. All right, Seattle. Let's see what they want you to know here about why this anchor showed up. And what is it in regards to this crossroads? Oh, yeah. I mean, duh. Not duh to you, Seattle, but duh. Death. The death card. I mean, why wouldn't the death card show up? Because it's exactly what's happening. An old version of you, the death card is about transformation. An old version of you is old. It's transitioning. It's being rebirthed into something else. And so this is why you feel stuck, because you're being pulled to this, but you're afraid to take that leap. Okay, we do have it showing up with the Six of Pentacles. Okay, this is all about ebbing and flowing and restoring balance and also receiving. Kind of makes sense that it would also show up with death, because the death card is a transition. Okay, so it's like the end of a cycle that brings you to a new rebirth. It's like a rebirth more than an ending of something, but it's an ending that loops back around to a new beginning. And so this reason why it reminds me of the Six of Pentacles right now is because the Six of Pentacles is about that ebbing and that flowing, those ups and those downs. And so what you might be feeling right now in terms of being stuck is that your spirit is pulling you forward, but you're kind of afraid to move. And I wouldn't be surprised if I saw the Tower, because that's usually when you're kind of in that loop running around of should I stay or should I go? Something comes through to force a decision. So let's see what else they want you to know here. But they do, with the candle showing up, they definitely say take action. So like I said, take some type of action in that. Join a community, do some research on things that you might be interested in, take a few steps into it, and if you find it's not for you, then you can decide it's not it, but instead of feeling stuck, I think they're just saying take small steps towards what could be fulfilling, and I believe you're going to find your answer there. In fact, they're making it very clear, but they do want you to feel that stability for now, and you're also not being ungrateful for wanting more. Okay, so just please understand that. Okay, we have the Six of Cups showing up, and you know what? That's a wonderful way for you to step into a rebirth, or for you to decide like what you love or what you used to love. This is very much about you tapping back into innocence and just tapping back into stuff that used to move you, and that very well could be the action that needs to be taken so that you get the inspiration to move towards that newer thing, or that thing that's actually calling you. But it's showing up with the Four of Pentacles, okay? And in this deck, it's very clear that it's you deciding to hold on tightly to something or hold on tightly to that stability. That's where the friction comes from. The friction comes from the fact that, yeah, you're afraid to leave this comfort, and so it's causing you to feel stuck. Every day you might, because I remember, man, when I was in the corporate world, even when I was younger, I was always real excited to start the job, and then maybe a month into it, I'm trying to figure out how I can do something else. Because your spirit is going to call you to who you really are. And it's up to us to respond to that or feel stuck, unfortunately, okay? But it says right here, you're holding on tightly to that stability. And instead of riding this rebirth, it's kind of causing you to anchor yourself in place, but it's also causing you to feel that stuckness. So just start taking some action. Start looking into stuff that feels a lot more innocent, that feels joyful, playful, like love, and stuff that's actually going to move you. And then you'll start to become unstuck, and you don't have to take any drastic moves right now. Your only work right now would be to follow that and then follow the inspiration to the things that show up. But holding on too tightly to your stability for fear or fear of instability is going to keep you stuck, and you won't be able to move. And I don't care what you do besides not being afraid to move. It's the only thing that's going to keep you. You know, I'm not being too afraid to move, because you can be afraid and still move, but they're saying you're going to stay stuck if you don't ride this rebirth that's happening right now. Okay, and that's confirmed with the Chariot at the bottom of the deck there. I'm going to pull you one more card, and then we'll jump into Heba's question. What else do you want Seattle to know about this? Oh, did I not? Was that you I said about the world? I don't know, but we got the world. Look, it's very, very clear here that there's a cycle that's completed here for you. There's a cycle that's completed, and they're saying it's time for you to step into that King of Pentacles energy. Trust that you know what to do, that you know what to say, and stop holding on so tightly to the fear of instability that you don't ride the closing of these cycles to your new beginning. Okay, there's Seattle. And if you're interested in booking, something a little bit deeper so that we can dig in and figure out exactly how to excavate this stuff, everything is going to be in the description, and I hope that did help you. But like I say, right now, your only work is to ride the inspiration, or ride the innocence, ride the playfulness, and ride the joy, because you're definitely in a cycle of completion for sure. Okay, but if you hold on too tightly with that four of Pentacles, you're going to stay stuck. Okay? All right, Heba, thank you so much for hanging in there. Let me see what your question is. Let's find out what's going on with you, because I know, we talked last, and you were in Qatar, I think it was. Let's see. Ooh, 222, perfect. Okay, let's see. Okay, Heba's question says, do you see me going back to Jordan on the 4th of February? You have an interview soon in Qatar and want to know if you're being led to go back or stay. You still have some sort of confusion. Is there something else you're supposed to do or somewhere else you should be, as you don't want to waste time? Gotcha. Okay. And so it sounds like you did not tell your aunt you need to be back sooner. Because we talked about that last week. But that's okay. Let's see what they say. Okay, let's see. Okay, let's see the 21. Okay, angel answers. Okay, let's see. What do you want Heba to know? And then I'll use these to clarify. What do you want Heba to know about this interview? Oh yeah, you know what? It's such a hassle. I gotcha. Sometimes it's easier, and sometimes that is the path of least resistance. That's they didn't talk because they always end up arguing or just end up staying. And like I said, you know your situation better than others, and I know that a lot of times in your culture, it can be more than just "I hate you" and go to your room. You know, it's a whole thing for you guys if you guys are disrespectful. So I get it. For sure. And they might be able to see anything as disrespect. So we don't want that. We want things to be easier for you. So let's see. Okay, it does say wait. And it is so that you can get more information. Why? Let's see. You have one in Qatar. Okay, so you're in Qatar right now, and Jordan is where you came from, just so that I have that clear. And so you found an interview in where you are, but you'd have to stay with your aunt. It does say wait. So let's see. Interview sent to Qatar, you want to be led back or to stay. It definitely is telling you to stay. I mean, wait would say stay. Don't do anything yet until you have some more information. When is this interview? Is it going to be shortly after the 4th? Because honestly, let me ask you this. When you were in Qatar, when we talked to you last week, you you weren't that happy in Qatar. Was it because nothing was going on, or did you finally find like you could stay there, or you might be happy there? Because remember what I told you last week, and they're even reminding me of this now. Like, unless it's unbearable, you know, you might need to give this a chance. I think that was the card you got last time, was like, don't rush back. And maybe that's what this interview is telling you to do, to just check it out, you know, just to see if it could be something that you could do. Oh, okay. So your trip is on your trip back is on the 4th, and it's gonna be before. I don't know if you want to hear this or not, but they are definitely saying go to the interview. They're saying go to the interview. And when I stopped to say that, we have the 9 of Cups. And the 9 of Cups in this deck, yes, it represents fulfillment, but it's fulfillment through liberation. Maybe this job is going to be the thing that helps you get kind of your own thing started. Because if you go back to Jordan, I believe your family's in Jordan, right? Like, that's where you'd have your mom and your dad, and kind of your whole life is back there. Maybe this is your chance to branch out to where if you got a job, maybe you wouldn't have to stay there with your aunt, and you might enjoy Qatar a little bit better. But let's get some confirmation here, okay? Because it definitely says wait. And they're screaming to me right now. Yeah, they're screaming to me because it even says be assertive. They're screaming to me right now that in order for you to kind of break through this mold that you're living of having to kind of live life for others or have them control your life, you're going to want to set up some stability on your own. If you can do that. I don't know if you've ever been on your own. And again, it's not the easiest thing, because if you're comfortable here and then the second you run into a problem on your own, you find running back home, you want to be sure that you find some type of stability or get some more information before you make some type of extreme or boisterous movement, okay? I mean, I gotta be honest, based on these cards, it doesn't sound like it. It sounds like you go to this interview and it works out for you. But let's get some tarot cards. Let's do a little bit more clarification, okay? Because it does say get more information. It definitely says get more information, but it does say wait until you have this information. Oh, shit. Yeah, we have it showing up with the Hermit and the Ace of Cups. The Hermit is sitting here and he's waiting. He's waiting to receive, but this seems like this opportunity could be the new start that you're looking for. I think, okay, look, and again, you're obvious, you know your situation better than me, and I haven't had a one-on-one, like, personal reading with you to know deeper what your life is really like. But the truth is that based on what these cards are saying, you're gonna go to this job interview. You're gonna probably get it, and it's gonna open up some different fulfillment for you that you didn't know, or a new direction or a new path. It does say that. I mean, let's pull some more cards here and see what else, okay? Because we have the Hermit. We did have the Hermit showing up, which in this deck, he's waiting for inspiration. He's waiting to receive. And he's waiting to receive that new that new creative spark, or that new emotional fulfillment. I feel like, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel like a lot of this is maybe fear of change, or you're afraid to make any moves, or maybe make any waves in your family. Well, so that's gonna be the trouble there, because it might, you're gonna go to this job interview and get this job, and you might have to stay there a little bit longer until you can work it out. But it should give you the spark that you need to do something on your own there. But yes, okay, yeah, because that's what, and you have your belongings in Jordan, but it's definitely about you branching out. You can always go get your stuff. You can always travel back to Jordan. But can you imagine if you were to go back to Jordan with a job, or with some security, or with some stability, or hell, maybe you start working and then you get your own place in Qatar, if you see that as something that's viable for you. But I do see, look, we have the Nine of Swords showing up with these. And that's what they're telling me. That's what they were telling me, is that fear of change. That's exactly what showed up here. But they're saying if you can step into it, you can step into it even with fear, but you can't let the fear stop you from stepping into it. And so if you can do that, and if you wait, you'll get the information that you need, and it might very well be the thing that you need that's going to shake things up and bring you in this brand new fulfillment. Because I know that we've talked for a while, and there's so much that you want to do. There's so much that you have on the horizon. But this, like, having to stay at your aunt's house might be overshadowing what's happening here. Like, it might be causing the fear, like, oh God, I don't want to stay here. Oh God, I don't want to be around these people. Or just the fact that you might have to change. But if you're asking for change, and it's happening, you have to go with it. You don't have to do anything. You don't have to do anything. But I will say, it's only going to continue to get louder. And I'm going to pull you a mind info card too, so that I can get something else from them in terms of direct response. The Rebirth. And if you remember, I don't know if you know, the death card in the in the Rider-Waite deck has the sun coming up in the background. Okay. I mean, look, I'm not ever going to tell you anything but what these cards are telling me. And they're saying that you need to go to the interview, see how it works out, make the decision at that point. See if you get the job. Don't, try not to overthink it, but the truth is that we have death and rebirth, we have the sun, we have the Ace of Cups, we have Waite, and we have the Hermit. And they're all pointing to go to this interview. This could be the thing that you need that's going to spark something brand new. And The Six of Swords. That's all about moving on. Yeah, I mean, if you really truly want this rebirth, my friend, you're going to have to push through the terror barriers, okay? You don't have to do anything boisterous or extreme or anything you wouldn't do, except not listen to the fear and say, okay, well, I'm going to try it anyway. Or I'm not going to overthink that. I'm just going to, in fact, that's going to be the best advice for right now. The death is all about transformation. It is. But it's also about rebirth. It ends to become the new. And like I say, if you look up the death card in the Rider-Waite deck, the sun is coming up in the background of that card. Because it's the ending and it's about rebirth. Let's see if I can find it here without being too much of a pain in the ass. But just so I can give you guys the visual. That's why, like I say, that's why cards like the Death card and even the Devil or the Tower, they don't really frighten me, mainly because I want Spirit to make me aware if I'm not aware. And sometimes my fear can keep me from being aware. The Sun, the Hermit, all these cards are showing up again. Come on, man. Which one is the Death card? I just want to show you guys what I mean. Because it'll help you see that even when you see the Death card, you got the Hierophant in the Death card, which represents faith. And you have the Sun coming up. And this is all in the wake of course, the things that have died or the things that are no longer good for you, or no longer there for you, or never really served you right in the beginning. I know this is really exciting, but you know what? It's gonna be worth it. I promise. It's gonna be so cool. Watch. Watch. I guarantee you it's... Oh, here we go. Okay. The Death card here. So if you notice this card here, you will see that the Hierophant is the same. He's glowing like the sun. This is the rebirth right here in this card. And so that's why I say, so for this to show up with the sun, this is basically this card right here. Saying that that's exactly, then what do you think we're going to do if the trip is already booked? Tell her, hey, I got a job. I'm going to stay. I mean, what can she do? Like I say, I don't know. Do you know anybody else in Qatar? Because say if you did get the job, that's a very valid question. Would you stay there? Does she know you had the interview? You know what I'm saying? Those are things that could also sway the decision. But really, when it comes down to the actual time, whatever's going to happen is going to happen anyway. That's why I say I would just focus on, okay, I'm going to go to this interview. Let me see what happens. And then from there, decide whatever the next thing is. Because look, if you don't get the interview, if you don't get the job, fine, go back to Jordan. Problem solved, you know. But if you do, and it really, by the looks of all these cards, it really looks like you might. You're gonna probably have to push through a terror barrier or something of some type of discomfort so that you can get to the other side of this. Because Wait was the first card that showed up. Was saying not to make any type of movements right now, and that could very well be until you actually see what happens with the interview. Oh, she wants you to get the job? That's great. So your only thing is that you don't really want to have to stay there with her. If you do get the job, right? And do you want the job? Let me get some water. Is that something that you would want? Like, would you be excited to get the job? There you go. And if she wants you to get the job, that means that she's aware that she would have to change the ticket. Yeah, see, I'm telling you, and they're telling you to go for it. And look, the whole dynamic might change with your aunt if you're working. You're not going to be in her face all the time. You're going to be at work. Yes, and this is also that temporary bridge, because like I was just about to say, she's a little bit controlling and you won't be that happy there, but if you're working, you won't be there all the time. Remember, you're going to be gone 8 hours of the day or whatever it is, so that you're going to be at work. You're also going to be receiving your exit plan too. Okay, I'm surprised that in fact, let me pull one more just to see that the Seven of Swords is not showing up, because you are going to be receiving the plan. Remember, this is just a bridge to get you through this rebirth right now. Okay, and get you to the sun. But the Hierophant does show up in that card, remember. He shows up there to let you know that you have to have faith. You have to have faith in the rebirth. You have to believe in the rebirth for sure. But let's see, because we did get the Six of Swords. So let's see if the Seven of Swords or what shows up. I'm going to pull you one more card here for this. But I'm thinking right now, Heba, just go to the interview and see. You literally said she wants you to get the job. You want to get the job. Though that it could be a very positive experience that changes the game. And even if you did have to stay there, you're at work most of the time. Go there, shit, shower, shave, shit, shower, shave, and eat, and then go to work. Go out with friends, go for a walk, go somewhere and just be by yourself. Mostly, go to a place where you can be by yourself and reflect and receive the next steps, because based on what we've been getting for the few weeks that we have been talking and that we've been doing this show, it's all leading you to through this rebirth to the sun. It really is. And that's what another thing that you can do. Say you get the job, start your channel, do something else instead of like just being available for harassment. Look, I get it. I've been living with my family for a very long time for that reason. But there was that period where I had to kind of work and plan my escape on the DL. And then when I was ready to, I was out of there. You know what I mean? So there might be a little, ebbing and flowing going on. But once you get the job, you've got some money coming in. You have options now. You're gone most of the time. She can't be up your butt for at least 8 hours, at least 16 hours of the day. So you only got 8 hours of hassle until you work it out. But no, real talk though, but you know what I mean? Just start being busy with other things and your exposure will be less and less. You'll start feeling more fulfilled and more confidence. Your confidence will return once you kind of feel like you have a purpose that you're moving towards, or that you're working towards, or even just working a job. You're bringing money in. Now you're feeling more secure. You can buy the things you want. You don't have to ask people to do this and that for you. That little confidence is going to bring in more confidence. And we got that, I think, was either when you were going to go on the trip a couple weeks ago or last week we were talking about it. But it's a progression. It isn't that, now I'm just about to go out here and then all the blessings are about to start raining on me. They are, but not in the ways that we think all the time. The blessing could be the death, the transformation, what's happening, the shit falling away, the ability to say, I'm going to push through this anyway and keep moving forward. All of that is the blessing, not just the money falling out of the sky or the love falling out of the sky. It doesn't typically happen that way, I've found. Not when you're expecting it, for sure. But yeah, seriously though, Heba, I'm so proud of you, honestly. We were literally just talking about it, I think last week, where you were like, I want to really get a job interview. That was last week. Asked and answered. Do you see how you're being heard? Do you see how you're being answered? And just making those steps is what is bringing in the transformation. You're in it. You're absolutely in this rebirth here, and it showed up with the Ace of Cups and the Sun. Two incredibly positive cards. Okay? So, yeah, I love this. So, I was going to pull one more card, but when I stopped, we have the Moon. So they do want you to know that things are being revealed to you slowly but surely, okay? Just want to remain open and don't shut yourself off to anything. All you have to do is show up, I'm finding. And if you do your part in showing up, the universe is going to show up for you too. And it's irrelevant who else doesn't show up. If you show up, yes, I'm telling you, that's going to do it. She just said, I want to feel like myself again. That is what's going to do it. You go to that interview, you step into it unapologetically. I'm going to get this job, period. So I'm just going to go in there like I have it, like the Queen of Pentacles. I don't have to perform. I'm good enough, and that's it. I know what to say. I know what to do. Get the job. That's already going to be incredibly, like, the confidence is going to return. Your nervous system is even going to respond. It's going to say, oh, wow, I got this job. I guess I am good enough at something. And then that little spark is going to start to spark the next spark. It is a progression. And it is also that we can grow and expand, because if we were dropped into a situation from where we are, sometimes it wouldn't last because of where we are energetically. What comes to mind is this like social experiment somebody did where they gave a homeless man $100,000 and he was broke again in like 2 months or something like that, because the mindset wasn't different. Only the circumstances were different, so he got the same results. And so that's why it has to be, and that's why it has to be a slow progression, because we have to learn to trust ourselves again. But I like I said, I'm so proud of you here. It does say wait. So to answer your initial question, it might not be, you might not be going back to Jordan soon yet. Okay, see how the job interview goes, and then you can certainly go from there. But based on what these cards are saying, it looks like this job might be a positive experience for you. And it might also be, because I'm also finding that we are a part of other people's growth journey as well. So it might be something that helps your aunt move in a certain way as well. But more importantly, it's about you feeling like yourself again, getting that confidence back, starting your channel, being, a speaker, being a singer, being all those things that you know you are, because you don't have to ask permission to be any of those things from anybody. The Three of Cups. Playfulness returns, community returns. You're getting some very positive cards here. And I think it has to do with you taking that first step there, because I think we got, like last week or a couple weeks ago, we got something about community, and that would be what Three of Cups represents. You might be finding your people here, but you just have to take those few steps, which is, again, maybe I have to live here with her for a minute. That's really the underlying energy right here. Or, maybe I have to push through, or maybe I have to show up when I really don't feel like it. They're letting you know that you're not trapped in any way. All you have to do is make that decision and release yourself from it. And this is good. They're helping you along. You don't have to go out there and really do anything but say yes to new, because you're asking for new. They literally gave you a job interview within the first. You just said last week you were going to do that, and we were coming up with a scheme. Remember, to try to get you home sooner. We were coming up with a scheme, and you were like, "No, I'm going to go freaking get me a job interview," and now you might have a job by the end of the week. Seriously, that's a beautiful, beautiful thing. And like I said, I'm so proud of you, and I get being afraid. But if you really want 2026 to turn out the way you really want it to, you have to be afraid and do it anyway. 100,000% for sure. Yes, see? That's what I'm telling you, Heba. I love that. It says it all started with the YouTube channel, and then travel came and an interview, because we talked about travel as well. You're being answered. Seriously, you have to kind of look where it is, but the truth is isn't it? I love that. She's like, oh man. Yeah, absolutely. And you can do it. You can do it. And your desire is big enough to even push through. And literally, they are giving you everything you're asking for. And I love that so much. And I feel so blessed to be able to witness this and just be a part of it, because it's so cool. I love it when it happens for me, but I love it when people recognize it too, because it's for everyone. So go get this job, go get you a partner, go get you a new apartment or something, and start living your life. You're 25, you're in the prime of your life, and you're in the perfect time of your life to decide what you want it to look like. And it doesn't have to be forever. It's whatever you decide you want it to be. But you got to give it, because I think the last week you got a card saying make a commitment. You got to make a commitment to it. You got to own it and say, this is what it is. And then move towards it. With fear, still moving, or without fear if you can do it. So I hope that did help you there, Heba. But yeah, with this Eight of Swords showing up, it's all in your head for sure. And sometimes we overthink it because we have other people that we have to consider. But right now, it's your time. Do not waste any more of your time living for other people if you can avoid it. Or at the very least, do it as you're planning your escape. Be like, okay, I got a job. Okay, I'm out of here. Type shit. Well, now it would be great if the fear could be taken away, and it does dissipate eventually, but we can't wait until the fear gets taken away. That'll keep us in that holding pattern. That's the exact energy of this Eight of Swords. Is that there's this fear that's never going to go away, and she's just going to be stuck there, even though if we look there, she's not stuck. She's not stuck at all. She can get up and go out. And I want to say that even showed up here at the bottom of this deck. Same thing. These are just things fears that we allow to control us or to move us, that we can't do that anymore if we want the life that we want. We just can't do that anymore. Even if I think I'm about to suck when I go on stage, I want to be a musician. I want to be a rock star. I want to be a guitar. I want to be up there playing my guitar and performing for people. That means I have to do it anyway, if that's what I really want. So I need to take any of these swords, cut these fake toilet paper ropes that I've put on myself, and say, you know what? I'm going to get out there and do it anyway, because this matters more. 100,000%. But yeah, like I said, you can't wait for the fear to be taken away, but also you don't have to really do anything but follow through. And I would say, just like all the blessings you just named, the YouTube channel, the travel, I feel like every single week, the thing we talked about, now that you mention it, has showed up for you. And now you got the interview. Things are turning in your favor, sweetheart. 100%. And I am here with you every single step of the way. I'm here with all of you guys. Like I always say, I'm not talking at anybody. I am here with you guys on this journey as well. And I'm so thankful that, everyone showed up again today, and I'm so blessed to get to do this. And yeah, if you're interested in booking a reading, I'll pop that up one more time. You can certainly do that. Everything is going to be in the description. What was this other one? Oh, yeah. And if you want to ask your questions, I just asked for an energy exchange. You can definitely leave your questions on the advice line 24/7 at 619-800-4876. Your voice will be changed, and And, your name or anything won't be used on the show, but please do leave a way for me to respond to you so that I can get you the clarity that you're asking for, okay? And yes, thank you so much, Heba. I appreciate you so much. The support and the love that I'm feeling since I started to do this podcast is so palpable, and I'm so thankful, and I'm so grateful that I get to do it. And yeah, make sure that if you do see this after the fact, anyone, make sure you do hit that like, share, subscribe. Make sure that you join and hit the notification bell so that you can join the lives every Sunday at 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And yeah, thank you again for watching. I am Mika, the Traveling Tarot. I love you guys. Take care of each other, okay? Peace.